Hello and welcome to the second ever 24-hour reading challenge. I am so pumped. I learned from all of my mistakes last time, except for maybe a couple, and we're gonna try this again. The mistake maybe I haven't learned from is that it is exactly 9 p.m. Well, 8:59, but it's about 9 p.m. Last time I started at I think like 6 or 7 p.m. and I thought that was a mistake. The mistake was that I started after a full 8-hour day of work. It is actually not a mistake this time because I have prepared. I slept 12 hours last night, woke up, went to church, took a 3.5-hour nap, and also one of the biggest mistakes I made last time was book selection. I chose big books, I chose heavy books. So let's move on to the book selection for today. So for those of you who know or who have seen any of my previous videos, I have already read Caraval, which is the first book in the Caraval trilogy. I have a little over halfway of the second half of Legendary, and then I'll be reading Finale. I read these books so quickly. The font is actually pretty big, so I could probably read a page per minute or less. These two books are going to get me through the night, so I'm not worried about that. The next book that I'll be tackling is another little one that I am so excited about, and that is Anatomy. This book has been talked about as being one of the best like dark academia books of the year. I have seen this all over my Instagram, all over BookTube, all over Book Talk, so I am ready to read it. And it's really short, so that will be really good for once I finish the trilogy to have something pretty short, quick, and sweet. I am going to start a brand new trilogy on the iPad. I have the ebook for A Cruel Prince, and I think an ebook will kind of help, switch things up a little bit. It is highly unlikely that I will finish all those 4 books, but if I finish for any reason, I will be starting Crescent City, which I know is a brick of a book. It's like 800 something pages. So yeah, that's what we have. We have 5 books. I made sure that all of these books are very fast-paced. As for Cruel Prince, I don't know if it's considered like a super fast-paced book, but it's shorter, and I've heard people say it's very entertaining. There's a lot of plot twists. You never know what to expect, and I think when I get to book 4, that's exactly what I'll be needing. Also, can we just take a minute? I'm reading all red books, right, for this. This is actually pretty neat. It's almost as if I planned reading a 24-hour book challenge, only reading red books. And I can work my way through the rainbow. I'm just kidding. That'd be kind of chaotic, but also not a bad idea. Let us start with Legendary, and we are on page 104. Oh, so we're almost exactly a third through the book. I think this is like 305 pages. Well, I can't just say that and not double check myself, can I? Are we counting the epilogue? It's 400 pages? How long is Finale then? It's almost 500 pages. Oh wait, let's divide that by 60, shall we? Okay. I can give myself 12 hours to read Legendary and Finale. I should be able to finish them in the first half. See, this is the definition of procrastination. We're officially gonna start. I'm so nervous. If anything exciting happens, I'll let you know. And here we go. Okay, let's do this. Legendary, page 104, chapter 12. Let's do this. Okay. This book. I'm on page 115. I've been reading for 12 minutes. My jaw's already on the floor. I already cannot believe the plot twists. There was like one plot twist and I was like, wow, that's crazy. And then another one. I had to put the book down. This is the perfect book for a 24-hour reading challenge. I need to keep reading. This book? This book? We're at 2 hours and 36 minutes. The amount of plot twists, the amount of moments, the love interest, the romance, the enemies to lovers, the fake dating trope, the everything. My favorite character from the first book, I don't know if I trust them anymore. I'm very skeptical of them now. This is messing with my brain. I'm on page 260. I am averaging 60 pages an hour. If you have not put garlic salt on your popcorn before, have you even lived? Alright, now I'm gonna get back to reading. I just finished Legendary and we need to talk about it. I'm about to start finale, but we're gonna get some coffee and we're gonna have a chat. We're gonna talk. That's dangerous. It is 4 hours, 59 minutes, and 52 seconds. So 8 seconds left of 5 hours. I want to say this is 5 stars, but it could be 4.5. I kind of want to sit on this one for a little bit. The fact that we're almost 25% through this challenge and I feel as great as I do is kind of wild. I thought I was starting to fall asleep, but it turns out it was just my contacts, so that's why I had to change into glasses. I'm ready to crank out finale, but I poured myself some, like the Starbucks pre-made caramel macchiato that you can buy at the grocery store. I just did that. I didn't feel like brewing a coffee yet. Stephanie Garber, you have not let me down yet. I've loved all of your books. I hope this one is just as good. All right, I'm gonna get started. I'm so nervous. I cannot believe it is 6:15 in the morning. I just finished hour 8. I will say I did just get distracted and sit on my phone for like 10 minutes, so that is highly unfortunate, and I'm actually really upset I did that because that is 10 minutes later I have to stay awake tonight. I really need caffeine because I'm starting to nod off, so I think I just need to make like a strong cup of black coffee, like no sugar, no dairy, just keep it simple. I'm not disappointed in finale. I do still think it's an amazing book. Like, I would still say it's like 4.5 stars as of right now, considering I'm almost halfway through it. But I will say I'm like kind of upset that it took till page 180 for the first like really good plot twist to happen. I'm just saying I really hope that the second half of this book is a lot stronger, but given the plot twist that just happened, I have a lot of high hopes. The reflection of my glasses is actually ridiculous. I don't know if y'all can even see my face. Unfortunately, the only breakfast I have is half a cinnamon roll. Unfortunately, because this means I could potentially have a sugar crash. But I am not very upset about it because this cinnamon roll is delicious. And I took a little too long to do that. It's now 6:25. But you know what? That's okay. We are just going to start the timer back up. It is 8 on the dot, and we're gonna get some reading done, so let's do this. I am now halfway through finale. I kept dozing off so badly that there was actually a moment where I slept for about 4 minutes. So that being said, I'm actually going to hop in the shower and take like a 5-minute shower and then brush out my hair and put my contacts back in and then come back. I feel like that's gonna wake me up. I just need something to change because I'm getting very exhausted right now. Yeah, hopefully I look like a brand new person. Oh my word, I just realized I put on a hoodie that matches my book. It felt so good to wash my hair and wash my face and put my contacts back in. I feel like a whole new person, but I am much more awake now, so I am going to pick up with finale, and we are going to crank out hour 9. Oh, we're on hour 10 already. See, we're almost halfway there. We just hit the 12-hour mark. We are officially halfway through. I am unbelievably pumped. My hair is a little bit crazy, but we're excited. I literally have like 50 pages left of this, which I'll probably finish in the 13th hour, but this is crazy. We're almost done with book 2 and we're only halfway done, and the books only get shorter. Anyways, I have been really bad and I had a Girl Scout cookie craving and I got some at my birthday party yesterday. So I just had a lot of peanut butter patties and I need to calm down because those are my weakness and I need to actually eat some food. But I must say I do have something very exciting that I have set aside specifically for the halfway point as something to work towards. I need to go get it. All right, you ready for it? Triple shot energy. I don't know if that's necessarily a good idea, but I'm kind of in this weird, I don't know if I'm wide awake or I'm just like delirious and slightly going crazy. It's actually pretty nice weather outside right now, so I'm debating going outside to read the second book. I don't know. I think we will decide on that when we get there.
Wake up this morning, make the mistake of turning on the TV. Nothing but bad news, empty avenues rolling on the screen. Oh, walk to the kitchen and make myself a cup of coffee. Wave at the old man, get into something.
That's how it ends. Let's chat because this trilogy is strong and good and creative. This third book had almost no similarities to book 1 and book 2. It was almost like an entirely different story. I kept forgetting that it was a part of the same storyline. Honestly, if I wasn't doing this for a 24-hour reading challenge, I think it would have taken me forever to read this book. Caraval was shaping up to be one of my favoriteest trilogies of all time. Alright, time to take the stickers off of this guy. They really should make the stickers easier to come off. I don't
want that on my book.
I'm kind of obsessed with the cover of this. This is so beautiful, honestly. This is the true moment. What does it look like without the cover? I love it. I haven't read a hardcover in a really long time. It's like I forgot how to open them. Alright, so just looking, there's more words per page. So I don't think I'll be able to crank out 60 pages per hour like I did with Finale. 334 pages. It's a baby. It's a little book. So I'm guessing 5 or 6 hours. I feel like to say 6 would be safe. We are just shy of 13 hours right now. 12:45. So I actually haven't even opened this yet. Ooh. It's an acquired taste. I don't know if it's too sweet or too bitter. It's just a little too much of everything. It's like thick. I feel like I'm drinking like heavy whipping cream. Am I? We're officially starting book 3. Let's do it. I'll be honest with you, I just finished hour 14 and I'm feeling a little bit dead inside. So we're gonna go outside because it's actually not horrible weather. Oh, just kidding, it's about to rain. Who cares? Let's do it anyways. Let's just bring a blanket. All we need is a blanket and a book and the camera. Oh, this is nice. I can do this. Just kidding, there's a bunch of men. There are a bunch of men outside, like working on the lawn in front of my place, and I don't want them to wonder why I'm talking to a camera. Well, that's depressing. Back to the couch we go. Actually, let's just get a whole change of scenery. We're gonna go to my husband's office. Okay. This was not the shabbiest of ideas. Welcome to the office/music room/puzzle room. I'm not gonna lie, I was really tempted at one point to just put in an audiobook and work on my puzzle because that brings me so much joy. But reading.
On his balcony. Oh, yeah, we both have been stuck in our apartments for 2.
It's actually been a bit since I've checked the time. Okay, 16 hours and 36 minutes in. And I am now on chapter 18 of Anatomy, a Love Story. And I am so pumped. I'm getting a phone call from my husband. Hello? Perfect. Alright, so turns out I am ordering Starbucks for the fam. Alright, let's get something caffeinated. The storyline of Anatomy is so exciting now because there's pretty much 2 main characters and their storylines are for the most part separate. They've interacted a couple times, but now it's like this is the point where their storylines merge, and that is very exciting. I will say it looks like my battery is about to die, so I'm about to do a lot of reading off camera. But I'll get back to you probably either when I finish this book or at hour 20, whichever comes first. I have dinner. We're almost done with this anatomy book, although I will say I was loving it and it was a comfort book, but honestly, in the last 30 pages, this book just is really stressing me out, like unnecessarily. It's not even because of a good plot. I used to work in a hospital, and my job was to identify patient complaints, preferably like before the complaints even happen. And we have a 15-year-old girl who's not a certified doctor, but she reads a lot of scientific books, who's now running a hospital out of her parents' home while they're out of town, delivering babies and treating plagues. And it's just not, no 15-year-old girl is going to be able to deliver a baby because she read about it in a medical textbook. I'm sorry. She has no formal medical training. I can't get myself out of my mindset of my job where I'm like, I'm gonna have to report this to risk. So I'm just gonna keep reading, and we're so close to the end of this book. So I'm ready to finish it.
But the world just fell apart, straight out of the blue. So in my mind I whisper ciao, and I take myself to Tuscany, Italy, riding on a Vespa in a sunflower field. Yeah, warm wind blowing and birds are singing.
Done. Well, on to the next. I'm going crazy. 4 hours and 15 minutes. I just finished book number 3. I don't think you can hear me. I'm definitely not getting to book number 5 today, but we're gonna start book number 4, which is Cruel Prince by, I think, Holly Black? Let me verify. Oh no. Well, it's due in 2 days, so I guess I have to finish it. 335 pages, but all the pages look like this. I feel like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I can do this in 4 hours and 15 minutes, but I can definitely try.
Tuscany, Italy, eating carbonara and read.
Oh, did I even say that the plot twist in Anatomy didn't even faze me at all? Because I was honestly so familiar with the plot and I knew everything that was going to happen before it happened that I was wondering if I've actually read this before, but it was just so long ago that I don't remember it. It was published this year, so there's no possible way I've read this before. It was one of those things where I was so convinced that I've read this book before because I just knew everything that was going to happen. I knew how it was going to end. I wonder if I've read a book that's literally the same exact plot as this. So I don't know if this is like a retelling of another story that I just know. I don't know. I'm very confused about my feelings towards this book, but we're moving on to the next book.
Machiavelli, while the world ends, that's where I will be.
Change of plans. I do not want to read Cruel Prince, and these last 4 hours are going to be crucial. So I'm just going to start this because I've been dying to read this, and Cruel Prince, I feel like I'm going to have to be more awake for it. My best friend read it, and she said it picked up and got really exciting towards the end, and if I'm not going to get to any exciting parts tonight, I'm not interested. I feel like the fact that I've been dying to pick up this book for over a year now is going to be motivation enough to read it for 4.5 hours. Hopefully. Let's just talk about Crescent City real quick. I'm only a couple chapters in. We're at 22 hours and 40 minutes. So it sucks to pause the timer with an hour and 20 minutes left. But I got stuff I gotta say, and I know if I wait till the end, I'm going to go straight to bed and not talk about it. This is a doozy. There is a lot going on here. The author has like a study guide at the beginning before you even open chapter 1, because she doesn't even do like the whole world building thing. The world is built. She's telling a story in that world, and you're just gonna figure it out as you go. So considering I have not slept in over 24 hours, this has been a little rough. This has been very rough. Yeah, I'm gonna hit go on the timer and keep reading because I'm ready to be done. I am tired and I want to go to sleep.
Go back to my room. I pick up the laptop to join a work call. I don't think Erin knows that she's wearing her sweatshirt inside out. Oh,
We did it. Good night. Click here to subscribe. Click here if you want to see my other 24-hour challenge. I am going to bed.